All right, so welcome back to this week's market review. So as usual, we'll run through what happened last week, then we'll get into what to expect for the present week. All right, so last week we basically had a situation where we look at our fractal OF. Right, on Monday we had this break to the downside, and I remember I mentioned the fact that we had completed a week's range on Monday, and so the advisable thing to do basically be to stay off the USD because anything could happen. We could get a reversal from here. We could get the trade continuing to give us an ATR bust, which we sort of got both scenarios. We got a bit of a pullback from this point, and then eventually, sort of by advice, it would have been best to basically let it be for the rest of the week. And then we closed with an ATR bust, right? So this is our week's range. And then we closed outside of it. We closed to the downside of the week's range, giving us an ATR bust. And for those of you who have been here long enough, you know that when we have an ATR bust, then we are looking for price to come create the low of the week and then give us a reason to buy, right? So if we look at this, let me bring in our swing shot indicator. So you will see this week we are ordinarily bearish, right? The volume trend still bearish. The fractal OF, the last thing that was broken to the downside was this, all right? Broke this to the downside, so we are bearish. However, because of this ATR bust, we are going to suspend our normal trend until Thursday. We're not going to be trading in line with a trend until Thursday. So what we are going to be expecting, we're going to be expecting a scenario where this forms a fractal low. It might be this, it might be another one, but I think this was going to form a fractal low. So if this forms a fractal low, then we expect price to come take out a fractal low and then push to the upside. So something like this, right? This is confirmed as a fractal low. Then we get, thought I picked trend line. So we get something like this, right? And then tomorrow or sometime later in the week, we see price come take this out, and then we are going to expect price to then expand higher. All right. So that is what we generally expect to see in an ETR bust week. However, price could just keep going. Once it's Thursday, this is very time specific, right? So once it's Thursday, we are going to be expecting a situation where we begin to sell, right? We can begin to sell the USD. We'll expect a resumption of our usual trend. So what we'll be expecting in that case is that by Thursday, price trades above this fractal high that has already formed here. All right, so this is virtually a confirmed high. It's not a confirmed because this candle has not closed yet. We need this candle to close below this to be a confirmed fractal high. So, but considering the time of the day, I think this is going to be a confirmed fractal high. So once price goes above this, right, we're going to be looking for reasons to sell on Thursday. So that is very, very specific in terms of time. All right. So remember, whenever we are trading, we are looking at a combination of time and price. So once price goes above this on Thursday, then we'll be looking for a resumption of our normal trend. All right, so let's look at the weekly economic calendar and see what to expect for the week. So today being Monday, no red folder events. On Tuesday, tomorrow we're going to have the CB consumer confidence coming out by 4 p.m. CB consumer confidence coming out by 4 p.m. And then on Wednesday, the BOE governor is going to be speaking, right? The BOE governor is going to be speaking. That's one thing to watch out for anytime a central bank chairman or governor is speaking. You want to watch out for that. Then card, we're going to be having interest rates policy decisions on card. And later that night, the federal funds rate. So FOMC, we'll have FOMC this Wednesday. We generally expect the Fed to maintain a hold on its policy. So we're not expecting a cut or a hike. However, market participants are going to be watching the rhetoric They're going to be watching the press conference and then the statement to see if there are any clues as to what the Fed might be thinking compared to the statement that was released in December. For now, I think they are basically going to keep it neutral. I believe they are going to keep it neutral while they watch to see what the effects of the new administration policies is going to look like and what effect it's going to have on both inflation and employment data. So if we look at the last week, what we saw was the fact that inflation seemed to remain stable, in fact, declining a bit. Also, we see that there is a greater softening in the labor market, so which could begin to give the Fed reason to probably want to cut sooner than expected, but with tariffs coming on board in February. So Donald Trump has promised that he's going to impose tariffs on China and Canada by February. In February, forgotten the exact date in February, but in February there are going to be tariffs coming on both Canada and China. So I believe the Fed is going to be watching to see what impacts that will have on inflation before deciding to take any further actions as regards the funds rate. All right, on Thursday, we are going to have the ECB, right? ECB policies as well, right? So the ECB is widely expected to cut. With the cuts, I really have no opinion on this. ECB generally has maintained a history of doing what the market expects, but we'll see. I will probably have an opinion on that by Wednesday. So it's on Thursday. I'll probably have an opinion on that by Wednesday once I see what is going on with the euro during the week. All right, so I'm going to post that comments on this video, what I'll be expecting from the ECB rate decision. Of course, if it is not clear what to expect, then I'll simply state that. Then we'll be having the advanced GDP quarter on quarter for the USD as well. So something to watch out for. And of course, the unemployment claims. So this is going to be another crucial one, one of the last for the month. So it's going to be a crucial one, right? And then the ECB press conference later in the day. On Friday, we have the German prelim CPI. That is something to keep an eye on. The CPI of Germany usually moves the market more than even the CPI of the Eurozone, right? So we want to keep an eye on that. Then card, we have GDP, and then on US, we're going to be having the PCE prices, which is the Federal Reserve's preferred measure of inflation. So we're going to be seeing whether that is trending in line with their 2% goals for inflation. All right, so that's going to be that for the week. Every day, I think, seems a bit packed, apart from Tuesday. Tuesday is a bit light, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are all packed days, and we expect there's been a ton of volatility, especially since Friday. Friday, today, so being Monday, there's been a ton of volatility. We might see a bit of a cooling off tomorrow being Tuesday before the market gets wild again on Wednesday. Personally, I believe something is cooking, which we've still not seen. Something is still cooking in the markets, which we've still not seen. We'll see how that plays out. So during the week or during last week, I released a video concerning an AI that I believe you'll find interesting. So you probably want to go look for that. I'm going to put a link. Just look to the left of your screen and you probably see that video popping up. You want to watch that. That's going to be a game changer for you this year. So that will be all from me. Have a great trading week.